Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. It is the start of another sunny day today. Last night we went down to 6 degrees Celsius. Very cool. So I put a lot of the tropical trees into the greenhouse. Oh, hello. Oh, you're purring. What a nice kitty you are. Yeah, you're a nice kitty. So here is a look. Oh, there's the kitty. Here is a look at the greenhouse. So it's full of trees in here, and it's a nice warm 20 degrees Celsius, which is perfect. So today I'm going to be working on the Prohm temple planting, getting it ready for the fall shows. Before I get started today, I have to empty the greenhouse out, water all my trees, then I can get to the Prohm temple. I've got the greenhouse cleared out now. There's a kitten in there. What are you chewing on? I don't know. I think he's chewing on one of those stones. Oh, there's the mama cat. So the other kitten is off to the vets today. It's getting its rabies shot because Julian's taking it to college with him. So you're looking for your kitten. She didn't miss the other two disappearing, but she's looking around for the other kitten now. It'll be back soon. Yeah. And the other one will be a little lonely at first, I'm sure, but oh well. At least your brother or sister will have a good home. Okay, so my next step, I've got to water all my trees. It's going to be a full sunny day. There's not a cloud in the sky today, so they'll definitely need some water today. I've got the Prohm temple on the workbench here, ready to work on it. So I think the first step is to defoliate this tree here. It has a larger leaf size than the other one. This is a Natal Ficus, and I'm not sure of what exactly it is, but it's an African fig. And the other one is a Bonsai Ficus, which has naturally smaller leaves. So I think by defoliating this tree, pruning it up, by the time the show comes around, the leaf size should be pretty close. The new leaves will just be emerging on this tree, and they'll look kind of small and miniature. So that'll be step number one, defoliation of this tree. Here is an overall look at the temple. So at the moment, it's looking quite lost in the jungle. It definitely looks like it's a bit overgrown. So I think pruning it up, exposing a little more of the temple, shortening all those long branches will really help kind of miniaturize the tree. Alright, here I go. I'll start out front here. Snip off all the leaves. This will give me a really good look at the structure of the tree, so I can make good pruning decisions. And the tree is really healthy. It's been growing well all summer, so the defoliation can be done without risking the tree. I have planted a few Bonsai Ficus cuttings in the landscape here, and I'm not sure if I'll keep them, but we'll see how they look as they develop. I may end up having too many trees and not enough temple. We'll see. So I'll work away. There's 2 trees here that I need to defoliate, and we'll come back and have a look at the structure. And because this planting is so bushy, has so many leaves on it, it takes a lot of water. I need to water this like 3 times a day, even here in the humid greenhouse. I have completed the defoliation of the 2 trees on the left-hand side. Sure changes the look of the planting. So now I need to prune them up. So I've got to decide, on the styling of them, where I want branches, where I don't. So I need to step back and have a look at the trees. I'm having a look at the trees. There's a lot of branches. This one is kind of crossing in front of the temple. Maybe just keep the one side of it that fans outwards. There's a lot of shoots kind of sticking up the front here. So I think, you know, most of it is just a matter of shortening everything back to the first set of leaves on the branches, making everything more compact, trying to get a bit of, you know, separation in my branches, some negative space. I think the trunk lines are quite good. Yeah, I think all is going pretty well with it. So I'll start the pruning now. All right, here I go on the pruning. I'm wondering about this branch that crosses here. I might keep it. It might be nice having something crossing in front of the temple. I will shorten it, so I'll take it back to here. And back to here. Oh, that one's broken anyway. Tip off there and the tip off here. Shortening it. And then I don't want this one sticking straight up here. This is the first branch that kind of, or leaf that comes out front. I'll have to take it right off. And then prune this one back to here. Just shortening everything, making it more compact. I've got a very vigorous shoot coming up the front here. And again, it's like straight out towards the viewer. Put it off here for now, and maybe it'll come off more later on. There's a stub here I can clean up. Yeah, I've got like this lower branch and then one directly above it. I'm going to take off, there's a shoot kind of crossing everything here. I'm going to take that one right out. Like that. And then I've got a branch growing straight up behind the main trunk. I'm going to take that out also. Trying to keep all my branches fanning out from the trunk. Then I've got a vertical one here that's very strong, but I've got two branches below that I'm going to use, so I'll prune away the vertical one. Like that. And then I'll shorten these lower branches. Pruning those back, and this one back to here. Like that. I've got this branch that reaches up and it fans out, except this one grows on the inside. I'm going to take it out. Like that. And then the one coming out the back here, I'm going to shorten to here. This one's good. I'll clean a stub up there. I'll prune it off. Oh, there's a scale insect, the first one I've seen. That means I'll have to spray it. I'll prune this one off here and this one here. And then this vertical part, I've got a stub here I can clean up. And then I think I'll prune it back to here. And I think this one could come back further. Having it kind of come out the front. I've got a branch coming up here, I'll prune back. So that's got everything pruned up, you know, up to the apex now. So let's do that. So I've got some stubs I can clean up. And then I've got a branch here. I'll shorten it back to here at least. This one to here, and that may come off. This one back to here, this one to here. Stub to here and there's one growing from the back here, I'll shorten that one. This one can be shortened. So that's kind of shortening everything, but now I've got to do some branch selection. I do like this coming towards the front here. Because I have the tree back here, I want this tree to come more forward. So I'll keep this, and that may become the apex. Which would mean, you know, we're moving everything behind here. Big decision. Clean up another stub there. Yeah, I think that's a good solution. It's pretty drastic, but... So here I go. Big cut coming up. Just like that. Taking that off. And I think I'll shorten this back branch. I think that's good. I think the first tree is all pruned up. So there's a look at the first tree all pruned up. So now I'll tackle this one. Okay, here I go on tree number 2. So here I have a branch at the bottom coming out, and this one crosses the trunk line, so I'll take that right off. I will shorten this one, and I'll shorten this one. That looks good. The one coming out the front at the bottom here, I will just shorten it and shorten it. Clean up a stub. Clean up a stub here and here. Then I've got some branches coming out the back here. I don't want too many branches coming from this one area, otherwise I'll get a bulge here. And I'm wondering, do I need that one coming straight out the front? It kind of blocks your view of the roots. I think I'd better take that one off, actually. So if I can get in here. So that's gone. There's one growing to the inside here. I'm going to remove that one totally. There's another one on the inside here I'll get rid of. Like that. So that still leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4 branches coming from one spot here. I can take this one little one off. I'll shorten this one. And don't think I need this one out the back here. That's a tough decision. I think I will keep it because this one is coming out at the same level as this one. So if I got rid of this one, I have the one above. So I'll do that. I'll get rid of this one and keep this one. I'll just shorten it back like that. Then I've got a kind of a trunk line that came up here. I cut it and a branch grew out the back. So I'm going to prune it off to here. Taking that off. So it grows out a little more compact in this area. Now if I go up the trunk line, I've got 2 branches here that are almost coming from the same spot. And it's a tough decision. Like this branch is kind of growing in front of this tree and it's growing to the inside. I'll definitely take this little whippy one off here. And I'll take this vertical shoot off. Clean up the stump. Take off the one going to the inside. Shorten this one, shorten this one. That at least has it kind of flat going out the front. I don't think that's too bad. I'll take the vertical part off here and I'll shorten it back to there. So I'll keep that branch for now. It's not too bad. Clean up some stubs here. Take this branch back to here. This one to here. That one to there. Using directional pruning. Just shortening everything. There's a stub up here I can remove. Now we're getting up towards the apex. I think I got 3 branches here. I'm going to take out the inside one here. And I need to shorten this one. I'm going to take it back to there and to here. Now this one's coming straight out the front. I have a leaf on the inside here. I could hard prune it back. Or I could prune it off here. I'll do it to here. The apex growing up, I'll prune it off to this leaf coming forward. There's one growing out the back I'll remove. It's growing over top of the branch behind it. That will come off. This one could be shortened, and this one, I'll have to take it back to here. This one come back to here. This one to here. Take this one back. Take this one back one more. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Both trees are nice and compact now. Yeah, it's hard to imagine what they'll look like when they fill in, but hopefully we'll see in another 2 or 3 weeks. So next, I've got to look at the Bert Davii ficus and prune that up also. So I don't want to do too much pruning on this, but I do want to prune these long shoots back. You can see how long and straight they are. So I'll prune this one off to here. Take the tip off this one. There's one growing up here I can prune back. I've got 3 growing from one spot here, so I'll take off this vertical one. Prune the tips on these ones back. There's one growing vertical here. I can take it back here. Some of these branches are still very compact. There's a vertical one I could remove here. This one I could prune the tip off. There's a vertical one here I can remove. Again, opening up space between the branches so it doesn't look like a bush. There's a bunch of clutter in here, some new shoots I'm going to take out. Take that one back. Put the tip off this one. Put the tip off this one. So this is kind of my leader on the tree. That one back. This one back. This one back. So that's getting this kind of main tree sorted out. lot of long shoots on this side now, so let's have a look at that next. So there's a vertical one here I can remove. This tip can get pruned off. This one can be shortened to back to here. So it could be shortened to here. There's one growing back in here I can remove, and there's two bar branches there, so one has to come off anyway. This one can be shortened. This one can be shortened. And this can be shortened. Here I've got some more bar branches, so I'll take the one going to the inside out. I will shorten this one and shorten this one. Just trying to get some layers to the branches. There's one on the inside here I'll remove. I'll prune this leader back quite short to there. Do some tip pruning here. And some tip pruning here. It's looking much better. I'm going to reduce this one back further. There's some here I can prune back. Maybe even shorter there. Okay, I think I'll have to rotate the tree around and see what's going on with these back branches. I haven't looked at the back of this planting for a long time. See, I got a few weeds growing up in here I better pull out. Okay, now I can prune these up, so I'll reduce this tip back. I'll shorten this branch to, I think here. There's one growing vertically in here I've got to remove. And prune this one back to an outwards facing leaf. This one could be pruned back to here. This one to take the tip off. There's a vertical one here I can remove. Vertical one here I can remove. And a vertical one here I can remove. Prune this one back. And there's a vertical one here I can remove. And one here. And another one here. And one on the inside of a corner here. And another vertical one here. And a branch that kind of grows towards the temple here I'll remove. Like that. There's another one growing in towards the temple here. I'll cut that one off. So everything's fanning outwards from the trunk of the tree. Vertical one here I could remove. One here. Stub I can clean up there. One I can cut back here. Cut this one back too. this one back further. Take the tip off this one. Move this vertical part off this one. Take that one back. This one back. Take the tip off here. I think that's got it pruned up. Yeah. All right, I'll rotate it back to the front and we'll have a look. See how it's all looking. Before I rotate the tree back to the front, I'm giving the back of the planting a good watering. It was a little dry back here. I'll have to watch that, make sure I water the back of the planting just as much as the front. Okay, now I'll rotate it back. This table surface is very grippy. Okay. So here is a look at what I pruned off today. So you can see all the branches on the top and then all the leaves from defoliation below. So quite a bit of organic matter came off the trees today. So now we can fly in and have a look at the temple. So here's a look at the temple, wet and in the shade. So I'll come back when it's in the sun and the temple is dried and we'll have another look at it. But this is the general appearance. You can see it's still growing aerial roots. So this was the first summer for this planting. I planted the trees, I think last fall or maybe even in the winter. And they've been doing really well, I think. All these aerial roots grew over the winter, so I'm expecting more to grow this winter, which is good. It's better to have too many and then select the ones you want to keep than to have, too few and pick, not have really good looking aerial roots. So I think they're looking good at the moment, and they'll continue to thicken up in the future, and maybe they'll get out of scale. And I may have to prune some away and replace them with new ones. It'll be an ongoing process, but overall I'm quite happy. I think the trees are getting a nice structure to them. And hopefully that'll improve as they get old. Yeah, so we'll have another look at it once it's in the sun. Here's a look at the temple now. It's dry and it's in the light. So quite a different look. You can see inside is filled with water. Yeah, I think it looks quite realistic. I'm very happy with the planting. Looking forward to year 2. It'll be very exciting. I'm really enjoying this Prohm temple inspired planting. I really like looking at it in different lighting conditions and different weather. When it's wet in the rain, it looks really cool. So tomorrow I'm taking the Nissan Cube in to get the stainless steel exhaust system installed, so that should be exciting. I'm going to make a standalone video on that because there's hardly any videos on installing stainless steel exhaust systems on a Nissan Cube. So it's won't be a Bonsai video, but it's just a Nissan Cube video. So that'll be coming in the next couple of days. So Julian's taking one of the kittens with him to college as a companion. And so we'll still have one kitten, and I don't know, maybe we'll end up keeping it and the mother. So we'll have a few cats now. So that is it for today. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me in the Bonsai Zone.